Oh my goodness. Oh, I've been having the most grumpiest spinal issues. And like I woke up with a massive knot, like dead center between my shoulder blades, center of my spine, like right here on the other side of my spinal column, like 3 days ago. And my body still hasn't relaxed properly from it. And it's just like bleh. It is Monday. It is Monday, December 5th. My 16-year... I'm dropping cables. Sorry. I literally just got a whole bunch of stuff cleaned. If you go back by one video, you can tell the entirety of my room, or at least the ground of my room, has been cleaned, changed. I threw a dresser out. Moved some other stuff around. It is Mental Health Mondays. And this is a new project that I'm doing. And so basically the idea is it's important to check in with yourself every week. It's important to have goals and pay attention to certain parts of life and go on adventures and journeys. And I bought a new tower PC. It didn't arrive properly. I've been going through a weird mess. Got a tree ordered. Stoked and excited. It is my 16-year anniversary tomorrow, and I am beginning broadcasting and content creation on a regular basis, and I'm really freaking stoked. And I realize, as this is Mental Health Monday episode 1, I mean, technically it's episode 2, because I already made a Mental Health Mondays, but it's not going to be counted as an actual Mental Health Mondays. It's going to go on a different playlist. I might actually rename it into something else. It was kind of a self-acknowledgement, a delving kind of a discussion that I had with myself, more than making a video that I wanted to make, acknowledging a bunch of things. Okay, I'm going to turn off my monitor for a second here. I'm going to check in with how I sound from time to time. Hi, how you doing? It's been a pretty cool week. Let's see, what have I achieved? Not much, in all honesty. I haven't done any aspects of gaming. I haven't done writing. I haven't really done any proper editing. I've been spending time with my grandmother, spending a lot of time with family. My cousins from another state actually came for the weekend, and that was really fun to spend time with them. So I was doing that. Last month and a half, there was some pretty good projects, some good... The word started with a P. Some good productivity. There you go, that's the word. Now, I don't know why I said projects. I had some really good productivity over the last 2 months or so. Got the rest of my streaming set up, fleshed out and prepped. I got a hub set up here, which was originally for the tower PC that I purchased, and the tower PC arrived. In shipping, I assume it was on a forklift with a pallet and a bunch of other stuff, and the forklift went down, and the large jarring of weight snapped the NVIDIA RX 7030. I think it was an NVIDIA RX. No, it was NVIDIA RX 5070. It was a really, really nice one. It was a really, really state-of-the-art, high-end graphics card. I sent the laptop back, got a refund, and I ordered a laptop with the exact same thing, all the nice stuff. So I'm going to have a nice setup for VTubing. And, like, that's the last stuff for me to be able to get a hold of. I mean, like, I have this really nice ring light for illumination. I have a secondary light over here for another piece of illumination. Oh! Shit! Alright. I should not have done this while sitting. I almost blasted Mousy off of her perch. Alright, I have a green screen as well. I think I'm going to fire up a video game here in a minute or two. You know what I did forget to do? I forgot to post to the internet that I was making a Mental Health Mondays episode. But you know what? That doesn't matter because I have no followers. Oof! Alright, we'll go back to the green screen here. Wow, that's a lot of illumination. I bought this. Okay, well, there goes the tripod. This is a accessory camera. This is a This was from my 360-degree panoramic camera gyroptic back in 2014. I invested in the first ever 360-degree camera. Really cool filmography style. It'd be really cool to bring that back up. I don't have the budget to be able to buy another 360 cam. And then a tripod. All of this mounted together just to bring it to my height. Why? Because accessories. Everyone needs accessories. It's a horrible excuse. Aim it back at myself. Okay. Blinding lights. So, what this video is being retitled to a little bit though is, give me a moment, an acknowledgement of ADHD and some of the baggage and accessory that comes with ADHD. As you may or may not notice, behind me, hold on. Alright, as I was saying, behind me is a room that looks moderately clean. However, if I have a Gorilla tripod here, so I don't want to end up messing around with what it is. If we pan over here for a moment, that's just mostly dirty laundry. For the most part, that's actually clean. However, I have these bags, and this is a common occurrence when I clean, to the point of while cleaning, stuffed in there is another 4 bags that I need to go through as well, and these are known as ADHD bags. I learned of what these were only around 4 years ago. I've always done this since I was a kid. And so basically what it is when you have, I guess the proper word would be, when you're neurodivergent and you do not psychologically associate the same as the rest of the world does, sometimes you have things that don't have designated spaces. I've made this decision. It's New Year's coming up. It's December. I'm going to be buying a lot of these shelves to be able to have more things to be able to store stuff with and to be able to have cool things. And I feel like Mouse needs a better perch. I need to get a little better place for Lumi. I have a couple other things that are coming in the mail as well for other really cool stuff that should have nice display spaces. And I discovered stuffy hammocks. These are the cutest freaking things in the world, and I had no idea I would actually have a really, really fun 15-20 minutes stuffing those together and stacking plushies and being like, oh, hey, I still have this one, and I still have that one. And then there's stuff over at other places and in storage, and I need to get them out of storage, and I need to have places to display them as well. So I associate more with things and visually enjoy things, and I have ADHD and a dissociative disorder as well, but that's a whole different topic for a whole different video that doesn't really fucking matter right now. Excuse my language. I'm kind of excited. I'm going to throw on my green screen in here just a little bit. I should actually tweet. You know what I just realized? I'm only 8 minutes into this stream. I should tweet. I'm going to be a dweeb. That's what I'm going to do. Why? Nobody's going to watch me. Nobody wants to watch me. But you know what? I'm going to casually make a tweet. Why? Because I need to get used to doing tweeting. It's important to quote, especially when you're trying to run a small business. So, aspects of psychological acknowledgement and self-growth are really, really important for mental health. And like one of my favorite stories, well, I didn't learn that I was asexual. I didn't understand what asexuality was in humanity until it's like I logged onto Twitter. Now I'm going to tell a story. I haven't even tweeted. Hold on a second. What? No. Oh my gosh. I hate you, Twitter. You're horrible. You're a mean one, Mr. Tweet. Alright, note to self, make a new spin-off song. There, I have quoted. A part of my psyche is a little more satisfied, and thusly I have quoted. My train of thought was on something, and I dearly apologize because it is completely derailed. Self-acknowledgement and self-growth is a really, really complicated thing, and I learned about asexuality probably just a handful of years ago. And like growing up in high school and college, and certain aspects of socialization just didn't function for me, specifically because I did things that people were like, "Oh, you're supposed to be flirting with me. Oh, you're not flirting. You're sending mixed signals. I don't want to be around you anymore." But they wouldn't actually say anything like that because we're all immature as fuck in our 20s. So sometime when I was like 24, 25, I was having a really deep discussion with someone, and they're just like, you ask a lot of questions that a lot of people don't talk about the answers for anymore. And I'm like, wow, that's what? And so basically, it was a very wonderful acknowledgement of, people that I know and socialize with. They socially know cues and answers and ways that you're supposed to behave because, you learn how to behave back in elementary school and certain aspects of life when you're growing. And that's nice. I wasn't really acknowledged a whole lot when I was younger. I mean, that's not to say I didn't have friends. But when I was younger and growing up as an individual, I didn't acclimate all that well. So, as you go through your mental health journey, running into people showing you things and acknowledging your validity is very, very important. So I want to fucking show you, I got a lot of shit that's unsorted properly, and I got a lot of ADHD baggage. We're 12 minutes in. If you're watching a video VOD, thank you for watching me and my weird self. Literally nothing in here. Miscellaneous pieces of trash and cables, electronics. The belt I misplaced. A small Luigi figure. Where'd you go? That was in my car. This goes over here. It is very common when an individual with ADHD, dissociative disorders, neurodiversity, there you go, fuck neurodivergency. It's diversity from now on. It's the neural sympathics of humanity are evolving, and we are diverse as entities, not divergent. There's a structural norm in the basis of science, and either you fit it or go fuck yourself. I don't know. I think aspects of science in that viewpoint have always been very, very lazy. And then you go to other points of psychology and other things. It's like, boy, you define things way too in-depthly. Woo! Rest in peace, microphone users. So, as living things growing through life, it's important to check in with ourselves, make schedules, make plans. What do you wish to achieve this coming new year? Me, I want to start broadcasting. I want to start streaming, and I'm going to look into VTubing. I got what I planned on doing last year and a little bit more. Moving in with my grandmother and caretaking my lovely 95-year-old grandmother. Unexpected, sudden, asked to do so years ago. Whole different story, whatever. However, life's been a really fun adventure. I'm really excited and I'm happy. For once in a long, long, long time, overall, my emotions are mostly happy, but I still go through stress, anxiety attacks, and irritations of life, and holy fuck, people don't know how to communicate. The one thing that I've really learned in my mental health growth is that human miscommunication leads to a lot of bullshit in a lot of people's lives, so be sure to take the time to understand what someone else is trying to convey, not the words that they're saying and what you're interpreting it as. But yeah, ADHD bags. Validation for a lot of people how messy we are as individuals. And that's valid. We are. We're very messy. I'm messy. Humans are messy. Humans are cute. Why is that? There we go. Yes? No. Alright. The spring mechanism is very grumpy on this device. Humans are pains in the ass. That's what they are. I'm really proud of myself. It's been a very long journey towards aspects of self-growth and realizing my own validity and invalidity and how crazy my emotions can get at times, and creating constructs and acknowledgments in my mind for being able to acknowledge those emotions, to be able to more exuberantly be myself and embrace the world and have boundaries and assert love and intimacy and acknowledgement and excitement around being people. I mean, being around people, not being people. Then again, I have a bunch of costumes, and I didn't bring any of them in here to be a part of this video. That's cool. And I'm really looking forward to all of the adventures and things I'm going to be doing in aspects of content creation. Last year, the goal was to create assets and resources to be able to pursue my hobbies while, dealing with the frustrations of life. Some things had blown up at the end of last year, and I didn't expect to be moving in with my grandmother. I was expecting to doing some weird flailing. I've been disturbingly empowered by my family, and it's been very nice. I most definitely have stopped communicating with a lot of my friends over the years, and a lot of stuff over the last 3 years has most definitely kept me busy in general, to the point of just not having time to hang out with anyone. Kind of sucks. I get to spend time with my grandmother, so everyone can go fuck themselves if they're gonna be insensitive and shit. And if people really, really want to see me, they can hit me up and be like, "Hey man, I want to hang out." And it's like, "Hey, there's a big ass fucking backyard back here, and there's a park right down the street. It's very easy for me to see somebody for an hour, and I can pay for most people's gas." So it's also an aspect of, I've been focusing on myself, and it's been great. It's been enjoyable. It's been enthusiastic. I have a lot of issues. I'm starting this project as a part of the bigger, vaster relaunch of Fighting Drag as a whole, because I want to be able to turn to others and tell them that they're valid. I want to teach people that their emotions are valid. It's okay to be irritated at the world, and it's okay to be irritated when you know you're not being understood. Go to therapy. Go fuck yourself. Go to therapy. All right, no, nobody else is in the house right now. Nobody's snuck in before I said that. Exuberantly, this is my answer to everyone and everybody all the time. Go fuck yourself, go to therapy. Learn how your emotions work. And then after you've been to therapy, cool, stop going to therapy. Apply what you've learned. Get shit done. You don't have to go to therapy all the fucking time. People don't like hearing that. People really don't fucking like hearing that. "Oh, but my therapist helps me with this. My therapist discusses me with this. My therapist helps me with..." You have to take action yourself in your own mortality and your own life. And I will totally admit and stop for a moment and be like, I stopped taking action in a whole lot of aspects of my existence because aspects of my family and my friends jumped to conclusions and assumptions that I didn't like them and excommunicated me. And I didn't want to live with that as a permanent movement on my life. I didn't want to be in my 70s looking back and going, that really sucks that happened. I wonder what would have been if I hadn't left state, had left town, moved to another country. I actually had a family member be like, "Yo, you have your dual citizenship in this country over here. You could move if you wanted to." No. The fuck would I want to leave here for? I love California. It's a badass place. Not that far from Vegas. I really, really wanted to go on road trips in the past. Post 2020's pandemic, COVID and everything, it really sucks realizing that most of the world that I wanted to travel and go be nomadic to go see is gone. It sucks. And it's valid to realize that you gotta change life plans and you gotta mix shit up from time to time, and life cycles. The baggage of existence. Started this video with the baggage of sorting and I got way too fucking philosophical. I'm sorry. What? The fuck is in this? Leather! What? 'Cause, 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 I know I have 9 of these. I have no idea where the rest are. I mean, it's like at least I have a Frisbee disc, golf disc to phone mount. Useful. Don't you bastards all go together. Why are you in here? Alright. I ranted on that and I rambled a little bit. Sorry, I'm visually looking in the background trying to figure out. I swore I found the notepads with my schedules and such like that. It's important to, write shit down. Write down your goals. Write down what you want to achieve. Write down which direction you're going. Write down shit not because you want other people to be able to enjoy it, but simply because you can become very disorganized as a human being very easily. Working on your mental health is a very difficult process. It takes a lot of time. I'm happy I am still alive. I'm happy I got through parts of my malignant thoughts. Trigger warning! Because I guess that's socially acceptable now. I'm happy I got through my suicidality. I'm happy I realized that I was having malignant thought processes because of human miscommunication. I'm happy I got through realizing that people are fucking idiots. And people jump to conclusions. A lot of people aren't good at actually patiently listening in the name of fully understanding what someone's trying to communicate and not just hearing the first interpretation of what someone said with their words. And blah-de-blah-de-blah-de-blah-de-blah. It's important to have a schedule. It's important to figure out what goals you want to aim for. It's important to set structural tasks that make sense. Don't ask like you're going to suddenly get something massively achieved in 2 weeks. That usually takes most people a year. It took me 3 years to personify certain aspects of my emotions, for lack of a better word, my inner child, which is a whole different dynamic character that I'm going to be creating and launching. I created some of my lore characters. I identified what my escapism was from high school and college and the storytelling that I did in my head. I'm going to be doing Dungeons and Dragons and tabletop gaming. I'm going to be doing some crazy fucking shit because I came up with a lot of stuff in my head in the name of getting out of whatever I was dealing with in the moment. Frustrations of existence. Lottie dying in class, staring at walls, imagining things in my head because the teacher was boring me, repeating the same information over and over and over and over and over again. So that's going to be fun. That's going to be a cool project over the next couple of years. I don't like the measurement and the idea of you needing to be better than you were, you should be better than you were yesterday. That's all you need to do. Blah, 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 blah. That's a big goal. That's stupidly ridiculous as a goal. Nobody changes overnight as a person. You should never in any way, shape, or form measure yourself to who you were yesterday because you're going to really, really irritate yourself a lot. Take it from me, I did it for a couple of years. I really did make multiple years of, I just want to not be homeless. I just want to not be homeless. I just don't want to have structures and assets to be able to keep myself stable, to be able to know that I will be safe tomorrow. And I don't understand why I was unempowered. So, that's a bunch of other discussions. That's not for Mental Health Mondays. Mental Health Mondays is supposed to be me discussing things exuberantly and enthusiastically excited because mortality is fucking awesome. Life is cool, but people are bitch. Animals are fucking crazy, but they're nice to pet. And your emotions are valid. Take a breather. Relax. Let the gas out from time to time. Everything's better out than in. I like to ring bells. Bells have been a grounding tool for me for easily about 2 years now. I even have a bell on my keys. This one's going on my character specifically, though. Much different, richer sound. And then, I kind of like the pattern design. I did not buy these. I bought off of an Etsy store a different bell. They mispackaged and mislabeled, shipped them. I got them. Oh, hey, you bought the wrong ones. Oh, no, somebody bought the other ones the exact same day. Probably the person that Etsy was telling me that the bells were already in their cart, so they got a notification that they got sold, so they bought your other bells. whatever. In the bigger picture, like, I got that other this and then something other. I don't care. It's not a big deal. They're bells. They're enjoyable. Life's fun. Life's weird. I can't actually see the sky anymore. It's a really weird analogy, but certain aspects have happened in my perspective of growth through parts of the world where I can't actually see, like, the blue sky. I know that there's space on the other side of there. I can see stars sometimes in the middle of the afternoon. When I look up, I don't see blue as a sky. I see space. It's just a different hue because I understand how the atmosphere works, all these other things. But I get really fucking excited over clouds. I get really excited over clouds. And as you go through parts of life and you develop mental health structures and self-development techniques, you begin to realize that there's random variables in the world that you get to enjoy, and there's other parts of life and the world that just exist, and you have to deal with it. That's okay. That's okay. Life's life. Growth is important. You are loved. You're pretty cool. Yeah, you're a human. You add to the world around you and you're part of diversity. Go you. I know the joke would be here, I wanted to stay on topic. But the bags got out of hand and the ADHD just went out of the span. Wait, I already picked up this one. Hold on. Alright, I don't know where the third one went. I love you dearly. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm hitting 30 minutes here in just a second. We as existences, we go through things, and we as people, we just create methods of dealing with things. I really loved, at the age of 27 or 26, running into the ADHD bag conundrum, and somebody posting on Reddit the fact that they do this too. And so, we go to clean, and being clean is just an illusion. Being clean is just an illusion. We're all dirty humans. We're all damn dirty stinking apes. It's important to keep your space acknowledged and clean. And I got mine a little out of hand. At the same time, I realized I wanted my closet back. So I moved my mattress out of my closet, moved stuff around. Change is important, and it's important to embrace it, but you don't have to change that often. It is important for self-growth to make big structural developments towards assets and resources at least once every 3 weeks. It's good for your mental health to change your environment and the way things around you look at least every 3 to 4 months to be able to acknowledge times of change and embrace time periods. Blah, 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 blah. I watch some streamers, and it's really, really fun to do. It's like, yes, I refer to my lifetime in periods of game expansions. Cool, that's an actual great aspect of, your escapism evolves as you make forward on your growth. I can't wait to be doing gaming on, technically I'm ending this video, and I'm doing a gaming video here in just a moment. But I'm excited and I'm stoked in all the different worlds of gaming that I missed out on over the last 6 or 7 years while dealing with life tumble drying around me. I love you. Thank you for giving me this half hour of your time and allowing me to be an absolute blowhard of a human being talking to you. You are a lovely human being. You are valid. You're great. I'm sorry certain parts of your mind may be negative and not positive. And I'm sorry certain parts of your mind may not be as positive as you wish them to be. It's okay. Existence in life is kind of an up and down roller coaster. You will survive. You are a beautiful thing. Thank you for existing. And I will see you next Monday. Remember, you don't need to be better than you were yesterday. It's okay to rest for a day or two. Try to be better than you were, let's go with, 4 or 5 months. 4 or 5 months ago, I hope you were a different person. You were better than you were back then. And I hope when you look at yourself from 2 to 3 years in the past, you smile and you're happy you're doing better, because I am. A handful of years ago, I was living in a vehicle. A handful of years ago before that, I was living in a bush. A handful of years before that, I was living the school bus. You know, times change, existence rumbles. It's okay to realize that you don't like the world around you and just casually leap to a whole new one. You can do that too. You're pretty, you're wonderful. It's okay. Life has baggage. Clean your fucking room. I love you. See you next Monday. Oh, wait.